Radiation Safety for Healthcare Workers, presented by Astarita Associates, consultants in medical physics and radiation safety. Some general information to get started. Radiation is often depicted by books, movies, and news media as a mysterious, deadly force. In truth, there's nothing mysterious about it at all. Radiation has been studied for over 100 years. Detection, measurement, and radiation control are extremely common events. The more the public understands, the less frightening it becomes. Indeed, radiation is a very beneficial diagnostic tool. Radiation is often spoken of using 3 units. The Rankine, or capital letter R, is a unit of exposure in air. When that exposure enters a material or tissue, we use the term rad. The rad is the energy absorbed per gram of material. The rad takes into account the type of tissue or material being irradiated. To determine the biological effect of a rad, we use the term rem. The rem takes into account the type of radiation. Background radiation is the relatively constant low-level radiation from environmental sources such as the earth, building materials, cosmic rays, as well as naturally occurring radionuclides found in the body. The level of background radiation will vary depending upon altitude, location, and the amount of natural radioactive material in the ground. The highest known background levels recorded are in the mountains of South America at approximately 1,000 millirem, or 1 rem. As you can see, most of the natural background radiation comes from radon, a heavy radioactive gas. Radon contributes to over 50% of your natural background radiation. In addition, cosmic rays, ground soil, internal radiation, as well as man-made sources contribute to approximately 360 millirem that the average person receives in the United States. There are no known proven carcinogenic effects from radiation levels in the order of magnitude comparable to background radiation. Typically, exposures received from diagnostic procedures fall well within background radiation levels. Listed below are typical background radiation levels. If you lived in New York City, you would expect to receive approximately 300 millirem per year. If you lived in Denver, Colorado, approximately 500 millirem per year. If you lived in Grand Central Station, you'd get over 500 millirem per year. This is due to the radiation found in the building products. The higher up you go in altitude, the more radiation you expect to receive. In the Andes Mountains, you'd expect to receive 1,000 millirem per year, or 1 rem. You even get radiation from the things you eat. A banana will give you 1/10 of a millirem. In addition, you receive radiation when you fly in an airplane. A typical flight from Los Angeles to London, you'd expect to receive 5 millirem. Guidelines for security and engineering. Isotopes are routinely delivered to the designated area during normal business hours. For off-hour delivery, the radioactive material transporter should check in with security and be escorted to the designated area for isotope delivery. It is important to remember that only authorized personnel are to enter radioactive material storage areas. Should staff need entry to these areas, the nuclear medicine supervisor or radiation safety officer should be contacted. General Environmental Services Guidelines. Cleaning should only be performed in authorized areas. Do not enter the hot lab or other restricted areas unless authorized to do so or under direct supervision of authorized personnel. Do not empty containers bearing the radioactive label. When cleaning, conventional cleaning solvents can be used. Some facilities have mounted waste monitors. These monitors are designed to detect small quantities of radioactive material in the waste and linen. It is important to walk slowly through these detectors. At least 6 seconds is ideal. When the alarm is sounded, store the waste in the designated area. Any institution that uses radiation for diagnostic or therapeutic purposes must name a radiation safety officer, or RSO. This individual is responsible for the day-to-day safe use of radiation at the institution. All unsafe conditions must be reported to the RSO immediately. This concludes the Radiation Safety In-Service. Should you have any questions, please contact your facility RSO. Thank you very much.